Have you ever felt like the adrenaline is so high you do not know what to do with yourself? Right now I am on the side of the highway. Look, that's my car. I'm stuck. But there's the tow truck company. So that's good. I think it's the tow truck company. Looks like it. But no, that's not for me. That would be a little bit much. Oh my god, I'm nervous. I can tell you, I'm nervous. I'm stuck here. Fortunately, I'm not on the highway, but it stopped running when I started it, and I need to go. Sorry. I see lights. They're coming here for me, I suppose. Yeah, I see them. They're behind me, first hill. I'm going to see if I can get to them. So yeah, good. That makes me feel safe. Phew. Well, apparently he needs to go around me in order to be able to tell me. And no one is letting him pass. That's amazing. Actually, they said I could use the video, so that's good. Let's put them over there. Let's see what they do. Kind of good. Of course, they need to be. He turned his car in reverse alongside that truck. Can't believe it. Still, and he doesn't know there's a gas tank underneath. Oh my god. I hope he does it slow. He does. He does go slow. Of course. I don't know how he does it. He keeps running. I don't want to put everyone in the video, I'm shooting too. Have you ever felt like your adrenaline was so high you didn't know what to do with yourself? Right now, I don't know what to do with myself. Well, actually, I'm walking to the nearby restaurant. I've been there more often. And you know, a while ago I said I feel like throwing up when I was on the highway because of my first name changes. It was a different kind of anxiety, but my adrenaline level was still not as high as now because I can feel I'm literally shaking. Hence why I'm walking right now. And I said to the tow truck driver, I said, you know, the time when I had to be taken with the paramedics from the road. That was less stressful actually than this. So But I'm totally shaken up because I just didn't expect it. When I started the car, it shut down, and then when I started driving, it seemed just fine. But the thing is, I drive on LPG, so that's compressed gas instead of just normal gasoline, so I can choose which one I do. And apparently it cannot switch between the two of them. So had I known, I would just have put it on the gasoline and I would have been just fine. But I didn't know, and here I was stuck on one of the busiest roads, which is going to the highway. Fortunately for me, I was in the middle lane, but lots of traffic, cars, trucks, everyone honking their horns. And when I was calling what we call AAA, for you, well, we called something else, they didn't realize what was going on. And I said it was a hazardous situation, and they still didn't know what was going on. So then I called 911. Yeah, again, different over here. And 911 actually said, get out of the car and stand on the side of the road. I think you called the shoulder. And that's what I did. And so we have people who are in charge of the roads on the highways, and then there are the ones who are in charge of the roads leading to the highways. And first the tow truck company had to make sure that everybody would stop driving, and then so did the one from he was in charge of everything leading to the highway. I wouldn't know what to call it. So if I would have to take a guess, I would say province. You are in charge. So we have the city, and then the city is part of what we call province. So I think you would call it like a county or something. Because let's face it, the Netherlands is the size of Florida. That's it. So what you would consider a state, that's the Netherlands. And no, Europe doesn't tell us what to do. Although we are part of Europe, so we do have to live up to some guidelines in the European Union. But we are our own country. But anyway, it was like 25 minutes before the guy who actually had been there, that someone came to help me, and he said, that's a long time. For me, it was only like maybe 5 minutes. I didn't feel like I was standing there for a long time, but obviously I did. So I decided, like, okay, I need to unwind now. So the good thing was he drove me to the garage, which is next to where I work, because my husband has that garage, so that's cool. And I'm safe, so that's good. I was on my way to physical therapy actually, and I didn't arrive there. So the good thing is I do know I can still drive the car if I don't use the LPG. But yeah, now I need to unwind first. That's why I'm going live. So this is being called babbling apparently. I so hate it when people say, yeah, you were babbling. Well, no, I'm getting information across, and yes, I'm also saying what's on my heart. So apparently speaking up and speaking out is considered babbling. Now you know why certain things don't work out in the long term, because that's not respectful when you say you were babbling. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit quiet because that realization It's not good, because I know what I said. And I meant it when I said that the lady who first picked up the phone, who's the AAA lady, had no clue whatsoever that I was in an unsafe situation. So I already told her all the information, and then I know I can be too quick. So I apologized in advance. I said, I'm sorry if I'm too quick. And if I come across a little irritated, because my anxiety level is just high. So I apologized in advance because I realized I was not on my best. So when I talked to the guy, because I had to call them back, I said like, hey, she has no clue that I was in an unsafe situation. And the guy said, well, I'm glad that you went and stood on the side, so shoulder if correct. And you know, she didn't say so. It was because I called 911 that they actually said, yeah, we are going to put a rush on it, which they did. So apparently there were two calls, and again, I'm so glad that the car is safe again. I'm safe. And the weird thing is, and yeah, I know I repeat myself, that feeling when I had to go to the hospital because, well, I realized I wasn't choking, but I couldn't swallow anything, couldn't get a sip of water through my throat, which lasted 24 hours. And my blood pressure was skyrocketed high. It was, well, the low end was over 140 and the high end over 200, which of course is way too high. So back then they didn't know. So the next day they put a tube through my nostril, through my nose. And then, well, not through my nostril, that wouldn't be good. That's for piercings, through my nose. And then they could see the scarring at that moment from the day before. So burst blood vessels and all that stuff, not actual scarring. So nowadays I do have medication in order to help me if that were to happen again. Yeah, I don't have it with me. I do have other medication with me because I don't have it that long yet. I just need to put it in my backpack, basically. And I'm more careful now, so I recognize it quicker. Yeah. It's nice to be walking, calming down. I am walking on the wrong side of the road now because they are working here. So that means I cannot be on that side of the road. Well, it's nice to be calming down. You are actually witnessing me calming down right now from being totally anxious. So I think I'm going to stay here. Well, no, let's not. As peasant, you need to walk on the opposite side of the road, and actually there is a path where I can walk, which is for pedestrians. Yay! I can actually show you a little bit where I got stuck, because it is shown this bridge actually goes across that road. You know, all the insider information. So getting back to the whole speaking up thing, I do believe that I was right to say so to the guy, that she had no clue what was going on, because they need to pick up on it. When there's a dangerous situation, they need to transfer that information to 911, or at least then tell me to call 911 and put a rush on it. That's the thing. And they didn't tell me go out of the car, and that's what I wanted to get across. And yes, I did apologize for my anxiety or my adrenaline being so high. So then I can be quite snappy. I know I can be quite snappy when that happens. But yes, so other people telling me I was babbling, that's not good, you know. It's not right, because I was trying to get something across, and I'm glad I did. And so I got asked, why didn't you push the button then? I said, well, and the assumption was because I was stressed out. And I said, no, I do it when it starts to shake. So see here, this road leads to the highway. So you can see where people are stopping just around the corner. So there is the highway. The ramp to the highway is actually on the right and a little further ahead, because there are two ramps over there. But that's just before the traffic lights. That's where I got stuck. You can't see the traffic lights, but you can see the great blues. So, well, I'm feeling better. I'm starting to relax, so that's good. Hey, Romy. And yeah, well, hopefully this won't happen again. Although I have to say I was safe, and the guy from the tow truck companies, they were very nice. It was fun. They were okay with me actually recording videos, so I recorded some short videos, and I asked them if I can use them, so I'm going to post them later. Because the kid in me, yes, the kid in me loves it when you know, seeing the technical stuff. I mean, tow truck, you know, everything that happens, it's massive. I love seeing those things. Well, in this case was my car. I was like so surprised, because in that split second he managed to actually give enough gas so it would go upward and onto the tow truck. So he was a good one. But I was so surprised when I found out that I just had to change it back to normal gasoline. And I meant it what I said. If I don't know it and it doesn't click in my mind, because it doesn't do the usual things, then it's new for me. And for some people that's so weird. So not too long ago, yeah, I know I'm changing the subject. My brother said to me, actually a few days ago, he said to me, you had no clue you have autism. So one of my clients actually is saying so. And I said, no, how long have you known? Well, he's known for years. I know he's got it, but I didn't know that I did. But this is common for people with autism, that if something is out of line, so it's not according to the normal routine, then it doesn't make sense. And so whereas others might think about, okay, let's consider other things, it just stops. So I can be very creative, but in this case it just never crossed my mind. Anyway, I'm here. I've been good enough not to I clicked on my watch. I've got an activity tracker here to time the whole walking. It didn't time it, but well, I also recorded this video and I know how long it is, so I'm going to put it in manually. Yeah, I'm starting to relax and to chill. Thank you for listening to me. I think there's a message in all of this, which comes to speaking up and speaking out. That there is no such thing as babbling. What we want to get across makes sense, And yes, when you are dealing with autism, or just say that you just don't know it because you haven't experienced it, it's normal that you don't think about it. Yes, we think outside of the box when we are relaxed and not when we are on high on adrenaline. So the things I was taught was, okay, don't call me, call AAA. Me is my husband, even though he has the garage. So I actually did send him, hi Charlotte, sent him the video so he knew where it was. And then he called me back to warn me, go find the shoulder. And I realized that I needed to call 911. So, I do know that when there's this dangerous situation, I do know what to do. So that's good. But apparently, this one thing, if it happens again next time, I'll probably just push the button and then see if it works. And the moment that he said it, was like, yeah, of course, that makes sense. But I made sure, all the check marks were in place, as in there are lights on there. And when it goes to red, I still can drive on LPG, but I do know that I need to get LPG soon. And like I said, when it stutters, I know that I need to do that I need to switch it, and that's of course what didn't happen. Anyway, I'm going to go inside into the restaurant, chill, work on my website and my blog post. And again, thank you for listening, and don't feel embarrassed when you are in these kind of situations. It happens. And even if I had to be babbling, it would have been rightfully so. But it's very disrespectful to say so to someone else. But yeah, what you can do is try to remember what you need to do, prep for the things, and that's basically what I did. So, talk soon! Do you want to know more, see more about speaking up and speaking out? So no one can ever tell you should have known this, that or the other. But you do know exactly what it is you wanted to get across and why. And from now on, you are going to express yourself. So click there, go there, click it.